So if you've been working hard to try and improve your art and you still don't see any difference, it can be really easy to fall into the trap of thinking that what you need is better paint or better brushes or a better sketchbook. But in this video, I'm going to go over some things that you can do to improve your art right now that are all free. But before we get started, as a preface, I just wanted to say that in no way do I think I have the best art, and I still think there's a lot of stuff that I need to improve on, but my art has gone from looking like this to looking like this now. And so I think I've made some pretty good improvements over the past couple years. And so these are some of the things that I've done and that I recognize as being big parts of my improvement. So the first thing that really helped me start seeing improvements in my art is to stop flow state painting. And so I guess the best way to describe flow state painting is I guess it's kind of how I used to draw when I was a kid, or paint when you're a kid. You don't really have a plan, you just kind of put colors down, and you put a little bit here, a little bit there, and you don't have any thought behind each stroke. Which, unfortunately, that flow state painting is probably the easiest and the most fun way to paint. But if you're looking to actually see a visible improvement in your art, try thinking about every single stroke before you do it. And I've noticed that when I do think about what I'm doing while I'm painting, and when I make sure that there's a reason behind every stroke and every color choice and everything that's going on in the painting, my paintings do turn out better. And now, I'm not trying to say that you should turn your fun hobby of painting into a calculus exam, but you should definitely think a little bit about why you're doing certain things. And I think that'll definitely help with some of the silly mistakes that we make, and it leads to just overall better paintings. Another way that you can see improvements in your next art piece for free is to start using thumbnail sketches. So when I first started painting, I remember that I didn't even really understand the point of using a thumbnail sketch. I thought it just kind of was a waste of time. But now that I've been painting for a little bit, thumbnail sketches are actually so helpful because it really helps you plan out the colors or the composition or values, and it kind of bypasses all that time where you're thinking about what you're supposed to do or what you would like to do. And so thumbnail sketches are a super easy way to start seeing improvements, even in the next painting that you do. And you don't even have to improve your skill. It's just having a better plan is ultimately going to lead to a better painting. And I'll try to add a video of just what my thumbnails look like before I paint, because they're nothing special. They really look like nothing, honestly, but they give you enough of a reference so that you know what you're going to do for the rest of the painting. So the next way to start seeing immediate improvements in your art is to try and avoid painting all at once. And so by that, I mean that you don't have to finish the painting in the same session that you started. And that even goes over to plein air painting. You don't have to finish the painting on location. You can always take it home and finish it there. And I think that this helps a lot because when you take some time and you have fresh eyes and you come back to the painting, you always see mistakes that you wouldn't have seen if you had just gone straight through it. So taking a little bit of a break can be a really quick way to start seeing improvements in your art. And another way that you can start seeing immediate improvements in your art is to follow other artists and see how they go about similar subjects. So obviously I'm a pretty big fan of James Gurney. So sometimes if I have absolutely no clue on how to tackle a certain subject or how to go about starting a painting, I'll go and I'll look at James Gurney and I'll see if he has any videos on painting the same subject that I'm painting. And sometimes I'll go about it the same way he does, or I'll just take the general principles that he uses in that painting, and I'll try to apply it to my own. And oftentimes that really leads to pretty good results. Now, with that, I would not recommend trying to follow tutorials or following somebody's painting process like exactly, because it's more about the application than the actual painting. You just want to know how they did the technique rather than how they painted that specific painting. But if you're interested in a pretty easy technique on how to paint portraits in gouache, definitely check out the top video, and the bottom video will be a video that YouTube thinks that you would enjoy. So thanks for watching. See ya.